Welcome to the banker lamp. Please enjoy the video.
You begin by orienting the plan. Find the north arrow and scale so measurements mean something. Next, trace fixed elements, walls, windows, doors, columns, and record-labeled dimensions. Once done, block out functional zones, kitchen, bath, living, and clear circulation paths that connect them. Make light pencil marks and annotate any abbreviations. This first step sets context. Without orientation and fixed elements, subsequent decisions about proportions, flow, and structural limits will be guesses rather than informed choices. Now dig into measurements and movement. Use the scale to verify room sizes and annotate real-world feet or meters beside each label so you don't misjudge space. Then evaluate flow by checking door swings, sight lines, and corridor clearances. Aim for 0. 9:1. 2 meters where people pass. Simultaneously, identify load-bearing walls and plumbing stacks because they constrain relocation of bathrooms or kitchens. Once you understand sizes and constraints, you can propose realistic layout changes that respect structure and services. Finish by overlaying a basic furniture plan to confirm function and circulation. Draw beds, sofas, tables to scale and test how people will use each room. Then verify egress, code, or accessibility clearances and annotate finishes or critical material notes. If something feels tight, sketch 2 alternatives: rotate furniture, shift door swing, or combine functions. If plumbing or electrical routes conflict, reroute fixtures within the same service zone. That troubleshooting step resolves most issues before any demolition or ordering starts.
Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, leave a like and consider subscribing. See you next time.